deck up here?
Hello, CNN, this is the pool.
Hello, Pool.
Go ahead, Pool.
We put you on the bird just to expose Clancy to ridicule throughout the world.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hi, Mom.
How's the audio?
Mrs. Miklashevsky, I'd like to talk to you about your son.
Can you talk, Jim?
Yes, I can talk. We want a level check. Sometimes it's been open to debate. This is a level check. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a level check for CNN.
You know what's fun is when you're with...
How many languages can you do that in?
1.
2, maybe. And I have to think real hard in Spanish.
What's fun is when
If it went backwards, we were impressed.
Hey, Rick, would you ship it over? Oh. Okay, fine. Yeah, you have IFB still, right?
Yes, I do.
He's going to get a real worried look on his face when he loses IFB, if in fact he does. So you'll probably know by the time I do, because he'll probably start jumping up and down. Is that right? Excuse me, Clarence. Yeah. Oh, you are? You like Bob Schieffer now? Yeah. About a minute and a half away or so. No, I've got my call. Thank you.
At this time, the people of Argentina are not hearing the news that they're hearing elsewhere around the world about the shelling and the rocket attacks on Puerto Argentino. Uruguayan radio reported today that the British fleet had in fact shelled the enforcements there of the Argentines that are camped around Puerto Argentino, but that was not confirmed here by the Estado Mayor Conjunto. In fact, they did not report any action on the ground or in the air. But in another type of action, a bombing raid by the British that couldn't really be considered a bombing raid, they reportedly dropped leaflets to the Argentine troops urging them to surrender. One of those leaflets contained a memo from Sandy Woodward, the commander of the task force, to Mario Menendez, the governor of the Malvinas Islands for Argentina, urging him to realize his desperate situation and to surrender without further bloodshed. Some of those leaflets contained a safe conduct pass for the Argentinian soldiers to carry to the British lines, where they said they would be given food and water and treated under the Geneva Convention as prisoners of war. Elsewhere, here in Buenos Aires today, 24 civilian survivors of the fishing vessel Narwal, which was attacked by British Harrier jets on May 9th, were reunited with their families this morning. They had spent a considerable amount of time in British hands, but they said they had not been mistreated. However, in line with what Argentina has been reporting, they said that, in fact, they were in lifeboats when the Harrier jets returned and made a second attack, strafing those lifeboats, resulting in 13 of them being wounded and one crewman of the Narwal being killed. Mary Alice? Well, in terms of rearming, you mean both Argentina and Great Britain? At this point, it's quite unlikely that Argentina is rearming because their supply lines have been most definitely cut off at this point. It's not believed that anybody can get in or out of the island. That's something that's been really confirmed here in Buenos Aires. They say that there's no more guns or ammunition to send them, even if they could get through. At this point, it appears clear that the British are reinforcing their positions overlooking Puerto Argentino or Port Stanley, preparing for what many people think will be the big attack coming in perhaps as little as 36 hours. There is growing pressure, both economic and because of the way that this whole affair has been handled. In talking with some of the former leaders of the foreign ministry at other places, they think that it was ill-advised to move in that manner. They think that President Galtieri underestimated the British. For that, President Galtieri may be made to pay. He may be the first political casualty of this entire conflict. Of course, someone has to be blamed if something like this goes wrong, and President Galtieri is the most likely one. There's been talk from Basilio Dozzo, one of the members of the three-man junta and the commander of the Air Force, that some kind of emergency government may be formed here shortly. So far, there's been no official word of exactly when that might take place. It appears here in Buenos Aires that many people, both political and diplomatic, are waiting to